Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different to the ones I normally put on every week. In this video there is no camping, there's no bongo camper van and there's no b-roll and drone footage. It's just me talking, so I'm going to make it pretty quick for that reason. But I've wanted to make this video for a while now. And it's specifically for the people I have spoken to who want to set up a YouTube channel but are a little bit shy to do so. So please, if this isn't what you were expecting this week, don't worry, I won't be offended. Scroll on through. I'm not expecting this video to get loads of views, but I thought it might be useful for those of you who really do want to start a YouTube channel. So firstly, I just want to clear up what this video isn't intended to be. It's not a technical how to set up your YouTube channel, although in the description I will be giving some sites and YouTube channels that I found helpful when I was setting up mine. This is more about giving you encouragement if you really want to set up a YouTube channel, and as I said earlier, you're finding all sorts of reasons not to. And I thought it would be a good video for me to make because I have been in that situation myself. I set up my channel a year ago. Now I don't have a huge amount of subscribers. I'm really proud of each and every one of you who do subscribe, but I don't even have 1,000 yet. I'm somewhere around the 660 something, but that's far more than I ever thought I was going to get. And when you sort of Google or go on YouTube and search for channels on how to set up a YouTube channel, at least the ones I've looked at, you get a lot of channels that are telling you, yeah, you can make loads of money and you can get 1,000 subscribers in 2 months. Now, I'm sure that might happen for some people. It certainly hasn't happened for me. But then again, I thought that would be a good reason why I could make this video, because this is the real setting up a YouTube channel story. So I'm going to start off by talking about the 5 reasons you may have in your head about why you can't set up a YouTube channel. Reason number 1, I don't have time. Now, this could be a perfectly valid reason because I have found it is very easy to spend a lot of time, especially in the early days when you're doing your first couple of videos. It does take a long time to film and then refilm when you've made mistakes and then learning to edit. It is a big time curve. But I would ask you to check if this is a genuine reason not to set up a YouTube channel, or is it a very convenient excuse to let you off the hook because your real reason is fear. And if you add up how many, I don't know, 30-minute segments that you spend watching TV or scrolling through other people's YouTube channels and Instagram feeds, you've probably got quite a bit of time there. But I guess it depends how much you really want to set up your channel. And I guess if you really do want to, you will find the time. I know I did. I can always say I'm too busy to do things, but it's usually things I don't really want to do. And it's about setting priorities. And if setting up a YouTube channel is something that you really want to do, then I definitely think you can create the time to do it. But like I say, check if that is a real reason or if it's a false objection and you're really saying to yourself, I'm too scared. Yes, fear. I suspect fear is a big part of my reason too that you might be not setting up a YouTube channel. And that's fear of being judged, or fear of failure, or fear of trolls. It all amounts to the same thing. It's another good reason not to set up a YouTube channel. Or is it? Because the truth is, if you set up a brand new YouTube channel today and you post a video, it's highly unlikely that you're going to get many views at all. You might get lucky and some people, their first video has gone viral, but the chances are it's going to take a little while to sort of get many views at all. So in a way that gives you a sense of comfort, because you're not suddenly going to have thousands of views, or unlikely anyway. I know I didn't. You'll have a handful. And generally I have found I haven't had, you watch now this video, I'm going to have loads of trolls on. That's okay. It's something that I was fearful of, people trolling and saying really horrible personal comments. But I guess you just accept that in life some people are like that. They do hide behind their screens and just pour out horrible comments and stuff. And I guess if that's really going to upset you, then probably social media isn't the place to be. But again, balance how much you want the positive comments, because from my experience, I have met some lovely people. And I say met, most of you I haven't actually met, but I feel like I have, because we chat in the comments, we chat over on Instagram, and I feel like I do get to know you, and I think it's a lovely community that I've built up. And I'm sure whatever niche that you are going to do a YouTube channel about, you will meet like-minded people. That's the point of doing a niche, really. So I think that's a little bit unfounded. You might get judged. I'm sure there's people judging me right now on doing a video encouraging people to set up a YouTube channel when I've got 600 odd subscribers. Maybe, but I feel it's something I want to do because I know I've spoken to some of you, and I want to encourage those of you who said they want to set up a channel. I want to encourage you to go out and do it. So for that reason, yes, you might get a few horrible comments, but in the main, I think this can be a positive, and you're more likely to build up a really lovely community eventually. Reason number 3, it costs too much. Now, I can totally sympathise with this, and it's something I've got to be really careful of. Yes, you can spend an awful lot of money on gear, and beware, it is an addiction. I know. I started out filming on my iPhone. There are whole channels on YouTube. There's a lot of help and information out there. If that's all you have, you can start a YouTube channel with a mobile phone. That's how the first probably 20 of my videos were done, using just the smartphone. You do not need to go out and buy a load of expensive gear at all. Having said that, once you do get into it, you probably will start to want to stop buying more stuff. I know I have. I now have a drone, a few cameras. There's always something I want. But in a way, this has become a hobby for me. And before, I used to spend my money on pointless things. Too many clothes, too much stuff. Now I spend it on equipment that I actually really enjoy using. I've developed a new skill set as well. So yes, it's possible to spend a lot of money, but the fact is you really don't need to. One thing I will say though, if you are planning on filming using your smartphone, most smartphones these days you can film in 4K if you want to, so the quality of the video's usually really good. But 2 things I would say to spend money on, and you don't need to spend much. One would be a little tripod to hold your camera steady, and to put it on a surface so that you can sort of speak to the camera and it not wobble around too much. You can get one of those for £10 or less. I will put links for the ones that I use, but yeah, if you look on Amazon or anywhere else, you'll find some fairly inexpensive little tripods. The second thing I would say to buy, if you don't have one already, is an external microphone, because the microphone on your phone isn't that good, and if you're out in the wind you will get awful noise from wind blowing across the microphone, which is really awful to listen to. And if you've ever watched YouTube videos where the wind's blowing and you can't hear what people are saying, you'll probably have switched those videos off. You can almost cope with shaky videos more than you can with an awful sound. So definitely invest. Again, you can get ones that are quite inexpensive for about £20. But if you're serious, those are the two things I would say that you probably do need. Otherwise, start with what you've got. If you really enjoy making videos and it's going to be something that you're going to do, you can spend later. But don't let no equipment be a reason not to start your channel. Other costs that you might be concerned about are things like music and sort of the graphic and editing packages. Yes, they do cost quite a lot of money monthly. I do use a subscription service now for music, but up until a month ago, I used the music, which is royalty free, on YouTube itself. There's a big selection there, and it's free. You don't need to spend money on that. Likewise, editing. You can edit on, if you've got an iPhone, you've got iMovie already on your phone, and you can do simple editing. Well, I say simple, but actually they're quite good edits. You can do different transitions. You can sort of chop and move clips around. And there is free software out there as well, whether you use Mac or PC. I'm not really going to go into that because I'm not an expert. I know what I use, but there are plenty of channels and advice out there, but it doesn't need to cost money. Of course, one of the goals you might have is not about costing money, but about making money. So on the flip side, yes, YouTube, the channel setup itself is absolutely free, but you can spend a bit of money. But potentially you could make money on YouTube. I don't make any money at all at the moment. I'm still in the spending phase. But there are successful people, they make money from advertising. There's lots of ways of doing it. Again, if this is something that you really want to know more about, then there's plenty of channels out there that can talk through how much money that you can make and how to make it. Reason number 4, I won't get any views. And like I've said before, you may not for a little while. You may have to post quite a few videos before you get any views. But in a way, treat that as a positive. I didn't get any views for ages. I filmed a walk-in trip I did, and a camping trip that me and Richard did. I did quick little snatches of video on my phone. I stuck it together on iMovie, and it was one of the first videos I posted on YouTube. They're still there now, go and have a look. I cringe when I think about it, but it is all a learning curve. But my point is, I didn't get any views for ages, but then I wasn't really expecting to. But in a way, it kind of takes the pressure off, because if you're not getting loads of views, you can feel free to get creative, post things. You don't have to tell anybody that you've got a YouTube channel. You don't have to put it out there at all. Just keep it quiet if you're really nervous. Then when you get your skills developing and you've got a couple of videos out there. I remember the day I was out walking somewhere and I had a notification on my phone that someone had subscribed to my channel. I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely over the moon. Then within a couple of days, I'd had someone asking me a question about my bongo camper van. And it's honestly so lovely when that happens. So whatever niche or whatever category you're going to make videos about, you will have people in that niche who enter search terms around what you're talking about, and you will eventually get viewers. And hopefully they will be the people who genuinely want to know more. And I assume if you want to set up a YouTube channel, it's because you've got a particular interest or a passion, or you want to teach something. People will come to you eventually. But in the early days, don't worry about not getting any views or not getting any subscribers. They will come eventually, but those early days are time for you to get used to uploading videos, learning, and just having fun. Reason number 5. I don't have any photography skills. Well, I don't actually, but my skills now are a lot better than they were in the early days. I know that much. and I have really enjoyed the learning. I'm going to put some links in the description of places that I went to, because when I started this, I was holding my phone the wrong way. I didn't realise you were supposed to hold your phone in landscape. I had no clue about editing at all, and it's all been self-taught and watching a lot of YouTube channels. There's some channels out there that are really, really super helpful, but like I said, there's a lot that promise unrealistic expectations, I would say. So I'm going to put some links about the channels that I found really, really helpful. I also did a couple of courses on Udemy. Again, I'll put the link in. These are courses that you pay for. One would advise, do not pay the full price. Some of them are over £100, but if you just sort of click it and put it in your basket and then wait a while, normally you'll get a notification saying they're on special offer. So I had a course, it was on storytelling in videos, cost me about £20 because it was on a special offer. And then you've got that course forever, and it was a filmmaker running the course. There were loads of content in there, sort of videos, exercises to work through, and I did one on editing as well. And sort of it is so much to learn in the early days, but it's something that you want to do anyway. I have loved it. I even started a college course back last autumn on media to learn more editing, but of course the pandemic happened. I started working again and I had to finish the course. However, I think I've probably been able to sort of keep up with the learning, because there is so much content out there, content that you don't have to pay for at all, and YouTube probably is the best place to go if you're looking to not spend any money and learn from others. So photography and videographing skills is definitely something that you will develop. If you look at any big YouTube channel, there are people that are hundreds of thousands of subscribers. If you go back and look at the very, very early videos, you'll see a huge difference, because it's only when you start putting content out that you actually develop. Okay, we've talked about the 5 reasons that you might have told yourself why you can't start a YouTube channel. Or the conversation might go, I will start a YouTube channel, but I'll do it when I have finished this course, or I'll do it when I've bought a DSLR camera. And the fact is, these are all excuses and fear. It's fear driven. Get down to the fundamental reason of why you're not starting a channel. It's probably one of the 5 I've talked about, might be something completely different. But the fact is, just make a start. Honestly, I urge you today, even if all you do is create a YouTube account. As I said, it is free. Set up a YouTube account. Then start thinking about the first video. The first video you do might be just you talking to a camera, describing what your channel is going to be. Please, in the comments below, I would love to hear, if you're watching this and you have made your mind up, you're going to start a YouTube channel, drop a line in the comments to say what your channel is going to be about. If you've already set up a channel, let us know in the comments. We can all come and have a little look. If you'd rather people not look until you're kind of a bit more confident, just put a line and say what your channel is going to be about. If you do that, I'm definitely going to subscribe, because I'd be really interested in seeing how your channel goes. And you could be one of these who take off and have thousands of followers very quickly. But I just hope that if you have been a little bit sort of shy and maybe thinking you'd do it next week or next year, I hope this video has given you some positive encouragement. As I said, I am not a big channel. I don't earn any money at all at the moment. However, positives for me, I've met all of you, even if I haven't actually met you. I love, every week I get new subscribers. I absolutely love seeing that number go up. I love reading your comments. And I have genuinely loved learning what I've been learning, learning to use my cameras and my drone. probably if I had no subscribers, I would probably still love developing the photography and videos. However, on that note, please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. I am looking forward to getting that 1,000 is a big point for me. I've been going a year and I've got now, as I said, 660 odd subscribers. So for me, it's a slow burn, but the numbers are growing and I get a lot of fulfillment out of doing this. I feel me in front of the camera here, this is the real me, and I'm enjoying sharing what I enjoy with all of you, which is the camping and the camper van and trips around the UK at the moment. So my main message is just get started. Don't be fearful of things that are probably not going to happen anyway. And yeah, let me know if you start a channel and I'll be sure to watch and subscribe. So thank you for watching if you've stayed this far. Normal service will be resumed next week with a bongo or trips or walking or something that I normally post anyway. But do let me know if this has been helpful, and I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.